There is a quiet kind of absence that doesn't look like leaving. It looks like staying. Staying without reaching. Staying without opening. Staying without letting you in. You can sit beside someone, share time, share space, and still feel like your heart is knocking on a door that never opens. Nothing dramatic happens. No argument. No goodbye. Just a growing awareness that something essential is missing. Not effort. Not attraction. But emotional presence. And the confusion doesn't come from what they do wrong. It comes from how close they seem while remaining unreachable. In this video, you'll begin to understand what emotional unavailability truly is, why some people struggle to connect beyond the surface, and how to recognize the difference between someone moving slowly and someone who cannot meet you emotionally at all. This isn't about blame. It's about clarity. Because when you understand what's happening, you stop questioning your worth and start seeing the pattern for what it is. Stay with me. What you're about to hear may gently change how you interpret closeness forever. Welcome to Stand in Love, Not Fall, a space where we explore the psychology of connection, the patterns beneath emotions, and the quiet truths that help the heart feel steadier again. Emotional unavailability isn't coldness. It isn't cruelty. Often, it's subtle. Someone can listen, but not engage. Care, but not deepen. Respond, without truly revealing themselves. You may notice conversations staying safe, feelings kept vague, vulnerability gently redirected. It can feel like connection almost happens, but never quite lands. And over time, you begin adjusting, sharing less, asking less, hoping less, not because you want to, but because something in you senses resistance. This is where confusion grows, because emotionally unavailable people rarely say, "I cannot meet you here." They simply remain just out of reach. Pause here for a moment, not to search for answers, not to assign blame, just to notice what your body already understands. Notice how closeness feels when something essential is missing, how conversations continue, yet something inside remains untouched. This kind of distance doesn't create pain immediately. It creates uncertainty first, a quiet wondering, a subtle tension. You may feel yourself waiting for something unnamed. Not attention, not reassurance, but emotional presence. This pause exists so your awareness can slow down enough to catch what your heart has been sensing quietly. Nothing is demanded here. Nothing is forced. Just an invitation to observe, without minimizing what you feel, and without explaining it away. Emotional unavailability often begins as protection, not from you, but from experiences that taught someone closeness can hurt. Past disappointment, unresolved grief, moments where opening up felt unsafe. Instead of healing, some people adapt. They stay functional. They stay pleasant. They stay involved. But they limit how deeply anyone can enter their inner world. This isn't always conscious. It's a pattern learned quietly over time. And because it doesn't look like avoidance, it's often mistaken for patience, or slowness, or emotional maturity. But there's a difference between moving carefully and staying emotionally guarded. One allows growth. The other keeps connection suspended. Let this settle gently. Not everything distant is intentional. Not everything withdrawn is personal. Sometimes, what feels like rejection is actually self-protection. When emotional unavailability enters a connection, it doesn't announce itself loudly. It whispers. You begin questioning your tone, your timing, your expectations. You wonder if you're asking too much or feeling too deeply. Over time, the uncertainty shifts inward. You may start shrinking your needs, softening your voice, accepting partial closeness as enough. Not because it fulfills you, but because it feels safer than facing the truth. And this is where imbalance forms. One person adapts. The other remains unchanged. Not intentionally, but consistently. And slowly, emotional unavailability stops being about them and starts shaping how you see yourself. Some people feel closest to you only when something is breaking. They appear during conflict, stress, or fear, but disappear when calm is required. Not because they don't care, but because emotional steadiness feels unfamiliar to them. They know how to respond to urgency, yet struggle to remain when connection asks for consistency. So you may notice a pattern where intensity replaces intimacy. Big conversations during problems, silence during peace, This creates a bond built on turbulence rather than trust. You begin associating closeness with discomfort and distance with calm. Over time, this teaches your nervous system to wait for tension, just to feel emotionally met. That's not partnership. That's survival-based bonding. And recognizing this pattern is the first step toward understanding why something feels unstable even when nothing is wrong. Pause here gently. Notice what calm feels like in your body. Not excitement, not longing, just steadiness. Ask yourself whether emotional safety has ever felt unfamiliar in your relationships. Sometimes we mistake peace for boredom because our system learned connection through inconsistency. This moment is not about judging your past. It's about offering yourself clarity, about recognizing that reliability is not dull, and emotional availability is not dramatic. It is quiet. It is grounding. It doesn't rush or retreat. Let this pause recalibrate your expectations. Connection does not have to hurt to be real. You are allowed to desire presence that stays even when nothing is falling apart. Emotional availability doesn't announce itself loudly. It shows up in consistency, in listening without defensiveness, in curiosity rather than withdrawal. Feels like being met rather than managed. Someone emotionally present does not rush your feelings or avoid them. They don't disappear when vulnerability appears. They stay engaged even when conversations feel uncomfortable. This kind of connection creates safety over time, not anxiety. You don't have to chase clarity or decode silence. You feel considered even when there is disagreement. That's the difference. Availability is not perfection. It is willingness. And when you experience it, your body relaxes instead of braces. That's how you know this message settled somewhere inside you. Honor that awareness. You are not asking for too much. You are asking for something essential. Emotional presence changes how love feels, how safety forms, how trust grows. If this reflection resonated, subscribe to Stand in Love Not Fall. We explore the psychology of the heart with clarity, softness, and truth. And remember, connection should feel grounding, not confusing.